You have read the title right. I do think that Jake Paul right now makes better music than KSI. But I think both of them deserve props for things that they are doing right, and both of them should change or improve in certain areas so that they can be better. Jake put his head down and worked. From Everyday Bro to, I think, I'm Single, that song is the first song where he actually improved a lot. He worked on his shit, and now he has a pretty good flow, great cadences, he has good lyrics, and I know people are gonna be like, oh, but ghostwriting, dude, if Travis Scott can get away with ghostwriting, Jake Paul can too. Also, I think he had like a singing coach or something, because his voice is pretty good and he can control it really well. When he's harmonizing or even like a little bit of singing, he actually sounds good. Another thing that Jake did ridiculously well is building industry connections. And I'm not just talking about, you know, him being friends with like Tory Lanez and Trippie Redd and Designer. I'm talking about him making the right connections. If you want to make it in music, it's not the features that you really need. It's industry people, executives, or producers. And Jake just recently befriended Boy Wonder. If you don't know who Boy Wonder is, he is the guy who made God's Plan by Drake. He also produced, I think, every song on If You Are Reading This It's Too Late, also by Drake. But he worked with Juice WRLD and a bunch of other massive artists. Jake is friends with him, and I think he produced I'm Single for him, so he can get great beats from him, but he can also teach Jake how to do certain things in music to sound great, and also give him opportunities that somebody like KSI could never get. Just recently, Jake Paul got a platinum plaque as a producer for doing some production on the song Best on Earth by Ross and Bia, which was also produced by Boy Wonder, but Jake also produced on it. KSI could never get something like that because he doesn't have those connections. What I think Jake should have and doesn't have right now is hype. When you look at a new KSI song, people are hyped as fuck about the feature, people want to hear what he's gonna do on the song, they're hyped for the music video. But with Jake, most people coming to listen to his songs are either KSI fans who are coming to hate and dislike, or his old fans who have been there since he was vlogging, but he's clearly trying to transition out of that. And also, you know, his old fans are young kids who don't really spend money, especially not on music, so it's not ideal for him. Now on to KSI. KSI has been doing music for a very long time, but he's just not great. If you listen to his new album, Jake Paul's last couple of songs are better than literally anything on there. He relies on features massively. His lyrics, like the kangaroo line on the song with Trippie Redd, they're not great. And most songs don't require KSI. Even if you listen to his biggest hit recently, Lighter, that song would have been a hit and would be just as enjoyable with or without him. The worst thing that he's doing right now, and the worst thing that he did on the album, this simulation, was the autotune singing. A lot of people think that autotune can just make you sing, but that's not true. You need to be able to hit certain notes so that autotune can move them up to the right notes. KSI just sounds horrible. If you listen to Bad Little Vibe, I think Jeremiah is featured on that song. Jeremiah comes in with the hook. He's a great singer, sounds amazing. Then KSI comes in with the autotune singing. Dude, that shit made me laugh. It sounds horrible. But there are also a bunch of things that I have to give to KSI. As I said, he has the hype. He knows the features, he understands how to sound music. The sales that his last album did, I think it was like 20,000 first week. Jake Paul, if he dropped an album right now, could not even come close to that. He knows how to hype people. His music videos are some of the best music videos on YouTube, period. They are really well done, big budget, look great, the ideas are great. This video wouldn't be fair without mentioning the massive disadvantage that KSI has to come with, which is his voice. He has a very deep voice, and on top of that, he also has a British accent. These are two things that, while not bad things, I think a lot of people would want a much deeper voice than they have. It's not something that really works in music, especially in the trap, hip-hop music, or in pop music, which KSI is trying to sort of get into with Lighter. And also the British accent on top of it, it just doesn't work. But I think this is something that he can actually use to develop his own style. And he already kind of developed it on a couple of songs. Pull Up featuring GME is amazing, and that I think is his best song. He should really stick to that style, that sort of a flow. It works ridiculously well, especially with that beat. Other songs that I think also work for him, and he should go sort of in that lane, is Beerus featuring Randolph, and the diss track he did on Kodeka. Aries is the title, I think. Not the part about Dex, that was pretty bad, but the first part about Kodeka, that was genuinely sounded ridiculously good. So to end this, KSI or Jake Paul, will one of them, both of them, make it in music? Well, I think both of them can totally make it. If they put in the work, you know, really anybody can learn to make great music, and on top of that they already have massive fan bases and absolutely unbelievable brand recognition. What I know for a fact is that the one person who is not gonna make it in music is Rice Gum, because he's fucking ass. Thank you for watching.